Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to this episode of Last Cast Adventures. I am your host, Daniel, and this is episode 2 of a mini-series I'm doing. So this doctor actually stocks his pond with rainbow trout. Now it's only in the winter time because summer's here, or even springs or fall, before it actually gets cold, the trout would die. So he brings them in a few months out of the year and lets fly fishermen only go in there and catch them. Now most of it's catch and release, but obviously if you get one, you're allowed to keep at least one, and if you find one that's bleeding or is obviously going to die, it's okay, you can take them too. Problem was, I did have a lot more GoPro footage, but I had a problem with the GoPro midway when I was actually filming the episode. What happened was my SD card, I don't know, it blew up. It went on the fritz. It died. So I lost all that footage, which was very unfortunate. So that's why I have a backup camera, the one I am on right now, and that one usually shows, obviously more of my body and me, kind of the background to it. So that's why this video is completely that, whereas the other one did have the GoPro footage, because unfortunately I lost all that really good GoPro footage. So that was very upsetting. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed last video, and I hope you enjoy episode 2 of this mini-series. And as always, please like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to it. And thank you to my subscribers already. I appreciate it, guys. Alrighty, enjoy. Hey guys, so here we are again at the trout pond up here in Tallahassee, and this is episode 2 of this adventure. So I'm gonna try some dry flies today and some wet flies, and then if I'm not getting anything at that point, I'll probably switch to a woolly bugger pattern of sorts, but I kind of want to try something else. So stay tuned, see what I catch. Originally I had started using some dry and wet flies, but then I switched over to these guys, which was the original fly that I had actually caught trout on in the first video. So I decided, hey, let me put it back on, see what happens, and sure enough it worked. It's kind of like an offset woolly bugger pattern. I didn't have all the materials to make a right woolly bugger, so that's what I got. So while I'm watching this video, I'm thinking to myself, why am I high sticking so much? Like, my rod is way up in the air, and there's really no point for it. I think I was just kind of second guessing myself because I was using a lighter tippet, and I really didn't want to lose these trout. But in reality, I don't remember. I see myself doing it, and I'm questioning it. Actually, the more I think about it, and the more I know myself on how I am with species I don't normally catch, kind of baby them a little bit more. So I'm probably thinking, let's not break the line, I want to catch this guy. And it was a very solid fish at that. So now that I had caught one, I decided, hey, let me switch over to a smaller trout fly, something you use more in a stream, and see if I couldn't get a trout that way. What I would do is I would cast out and I'd let it sink really, really slowly, and then kind of twitch it here and there. I mean, obviously it's not completely lifelike, but figured I'd try something out, and I ended up getting hit. So yes, I was high sticking this fish again, but I was trying to keep it out of the weeds. So in that case, I mean, I only have a 7-foot rod, so keeping it out of the weeds is definitely vital. And that's where high sticking comes in handy. Now I really wanted this picture, so I kind of had to run over and grab it, and I'm glad I did because the GoPro video footage I had went wonky on me, so this is all I had to go with, and would have been better with the GoPro, but you know, it happens. A trout like that. A little bit smaller, but still very fun, and it jumped. Now that I had caught one on a regular little sinking wet fly, I decided to put on a weighted wet fly, and this just kind of had a little bead head at the tip of it, so allowed it to get down deeper in the water column. So I was just casting it out and stripping it a little bit here and there, probably a little bit more than should have been, but enough to where it could get seen by a passing fish. So when I'm ready to move to a new spot, I kind of take this last cast after my last cast that I call a reel-in cast, and sometimes it gets the fish's attention. You cast all your line out and then you reel it all in.
Oh, I hope you're catching all that on video. Oh!
So now that little beadhead fly I was using stopped working, so I put the offset woolly bugger pattern back on and started casting with the aerator. Now here I walked really far away from the camera and it just didn't do the same quality as obviously up close, but you can kind of see where I was casting at and what it looked like at this pond. The fact that the camera picked up my voice so clearly from that far away is still pretty incredible. So this was a smaller guy and he bit on that offset woolly bugger. Thanks for watching this episode of Last Cast Adventures. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. If you could just do me a favor and go hit that subscribe button, and if you're really feeling up to it, just hit that like button. Leave any comments if you'd like to. I'm going to be posting as many videos as I can, whenever I get anything cool, try to put it out there. And I just hope you guys enjoy and appreciate the support.